The official team name is Chewable Milk.
Chewable milk. All right. I guess that's what happens when you mix milk and gummy bears. Might be... Now, this is all of NA. I know a real favorite pairing of gummy bears in America is vodka and gummy bears, actually. Ryuti, pause there for a second. That's going to cost some. Take a quick look through all the different players of the match.
Going past leader. Entitled Survivor.
Doubling up on a Jin here. Now they're going to work on this about 80% faster than they would if they were alone.
Group stealth, was there the heartbeat? Oh yes, there was. Ryu's taking a look around, does not see them, he's leaving now.
Making the choice to not use whispers, relying on finding survivors based on Jin work. Immediately finds a Claudette here. Looks like we've had a Claudette in every single match. You would only expect to run into him maybe every 3, but definitely a crowd favorite and a player favorite here today.
Working his way around the shack. Team Toxic banging that generator out. They're making progress. Ooh, manages to avoid the hit there. I don't know how he managed to do that, but Milk got away.
I think Ryuti thought he would be able to get a lunge in. Maybe if he lunged a little later, definitely added some time onto that chase. But Milk goes down nonetheless. Team Toxic runs away. I believe that was Swin. Immediately runs to a generator to get more progress down. There we have it. The first Jin of the match being popped. In line with one survivor on the hook. Ryuti now finding his second survivor of the match. He's going to be running Swin around the T-wall, or is it Swin running Ryuti around the T-wall? Who's in control here, Flair?
I think Ryuti's in control, judging by how that just played out. Didn't have enough time to make the vault. Oh, he fakes the window where he doesn't have to. That did not work at all. Ryuti. He made an attempt, but not quite as spicy as some of the T-wall plays we've seen earlier this season.
Now we're really seeing Ryuti letting the survivors make the mistakes here. He's not really forcing anything. He kind of just stares them down, sees how they react. A lot of the times the survivor will start spinning next to a window trying to save their vaults.
Uh-oh. He catches up on the locker play.
Grabs Milk out of the locker here. How he did that, I had no idea that Milk was in the locker, and I'm the one watching this from the spectator point of view.
Might have been something he heard.
Now,
up on the audio cue. Ooh, going for the M1 head on the pallet. He must have been surprised. He was in a position to body block that pallet and land a chainsaw. Doesn't matter though, because he's already back on Swin, on the ground again. He's got one person on a hook, one person injured, and one person about to go on a hook. Time efficiency is looking really good for Ryuti here.
Yeah,
not
Ryuti
so good for
really,
the survivors.
Really working the time there. Sees a uninjured survivor and an injured one. Knows that he can just mouse one the injured one. Now, I believe the rules say that during the unhooking process, he must chase the uninjured survivor. However, they made the choice to hill at the hook, really foregoing anything about any scapegoat opportunities, a barrier, if you would, on the injured survivor. Gummy bears here, gonna take a hit and use the pallet. Gonna have to find a new area to loop around.
He did manage to avoid the chainsaw, but he didn't avoid the lunge.
That's correct. The follow up, you know, Hillbilly really has his bread and butter, really known for his chainsaw. Separates him from the other killers, allows him to zoom across the map. But there's nothing like a consistent mouse one that just show a survivor that you do not have any respect for them.
No, he didn't get going on that loop fast enough. He was on the right side of the loop, he just wasn't
Now we have
fast
a
enough.
flashlight save attempt going. Ryuti shrugging that off with a simple look away to the left. Very heads up play right there, knowing not to look right directly into the beam.
Don't stare at the sun, folks.
Must be a rank 1 killer.
I don't know if that was an attempt so much as a distraction. But it's not really necessary considering, well, the killer's not going to be sitting around the hook anyways.
Now Ryuti finding Swin for the second time this match. If Ryuti is able to down Swin, goes for a lunge, doesn't connect, forces the pallet drop though. Could be just as useful. Alt now jumping in the way. Really tanky one for his team. Knows that if Swin gets hooked again, that he'll be on his last leg. Doesn't want to be found again. Taking the aggro.
Ryuti's looking for a lot of chainsaws here, but he hasn't found any yet.
And
until now.
Speak of the devil, and she shall appear. Hits the chainsaw. Picks up altruistic quick enough to where Swin has no time to line up for that flashlight save. Now chooses
No
to hook
flashlight
next
save,
to
no
a
body
generator. We got scratch marks everywhere. He can stay around the hook, or he can choose to chase someone away. Chooses to go after the guy with the flashlight. Very smart play. Making the choice not to go back to the hook when time
One hit
matters.
already. He's got to get off the T-walls. He's not reliable. This isn't looking good, I gotta say. Still 4 generators up. They've been so busy with unhooking and healing that they haven't made much progress. There you go.
Now
After a while there, we've got 1 generator down. Ooh! And Swin's on the ground. I believe he's death state, no? If he gets hooked, he's done for, eh?
He has... This will be his second hook of the match.
Oh, second, alright.
Unless I missed something. Alt really made a heads up.
No, he's dead!
Mistaken.
That's why All was trying to defend him earlier, because he was death hooked. He made some really nice plays. He convinced Ryuti by getting in his face to pull out the chainsaw, but he had enough time to make the vault. He also got really lucky on a mind game there where he vaulted the window after if Ryuti commit to the window, the chainsaw would have connected, but he forced Ryuti to mind game, so. It's not looking good for Team Toxic, though.
Yeah, Team Toxic, 1 survivor dead. 1 survivor injured, working on a generator. Really trying to escape the match. Now, personally, I don't know if this is the correct answer. If I was Alt and my teammate was dead, I definitely wouldn't be working on a generator, helping the other 2 survivors escape. I would be trying to make a heads-up play of trying to sandbag the other team. But it looks like they're doing well themselves.
They still have 3 generators to go, and Alt's not going to be able to repair them all by himself. He also needs to get a heal in. I believe the rules stated if you find an injured survivor, you're required to heal them unless you're in the terror radius.
Correct. The heartbeat range is 32 meters, so as long as he finds someone to heal him away from the killer, he should be found. He should be fine. Now, I'm not sure if he is forced to go for a save here.
I believe if you're injured, you're not forced to go for a save. Okay, it looks like a save's already being made. He recognizes that with Bond, so he backs off.
Good
which
use
is
of the perk.
legal play. Legal play.
Not having to risk himself. Going into the basement while injured is basically putting yourself on a hook.
Mm-hmm. That's a suicide maneuver. Even going in there healthy if Billy's close enough because of his chainsaw is a huge risk.
Now Ryuti saw blood there on the ground. I don't know if he recognized which way Miss Gummy Bears was actually walking away from the basement. Looks like we have Miss Gummy Bears hanging out here in the back. That's going to be all finishing the 3rd generator of the match. We're having a little bit of a slower game here, even though every survivor has leader.
Yeah, leader might deal with thanatophobia, but it's not going to be able to deal with their inability to stay on generators. As you can see, Spill Milk walking around. He's looking for a generator. Can't find one. Oh,
now Ryuti
is that scratch
here,
marks? We're on the chase here. There we go.
Finding
One
the
hit.
Claudette. Mostly because I'm going to go with the Legacy Prestige outfit. Really glowing there behind the tree. Now, if she made the choice to use the bloody outfit, do you think she would have been found so easily? Ryuti doesn't have whispers. She wasn't injured, wasn't making noise.
I think it definitely would have helped. It always helps. there's always the chance that you just won't see someone. Like in the other game, MarLin didn't. I don't know if he saw the Claudette going for the unhook, but it was right in front of him.
A lot of it coming down to outfit choice. Maybe why Claudette's such a favorite. However, we haven't really seen any of the survivors taking advantage of the bloody outfit, and that's going to be Spilt Milk's last hook. We now have one survivor up for each team. Team Toxic and Team Milk and Tacos. Team Milk and Tacos' last member going to be found, but all gets in the way and goes down.
Ooh!
Now Ryuti was allowed to leave Toxic survivor on the ground. I believe you can slug one survivor in favor of a chase. There might be an extra rule where if there's only one survivor left, I'm not sure there, but you know me. I would have been on that ass like grass.
That's Alt's first time on the hook, though. And I'm pretty sure the rule... Oh, no, it's the second time. It's a little hard to tell. It's 2017.
Slight delay there on the entity's progression. Now, Miss Gummy Bears has to go for the save. Has 60 seconds of time, more than enough time. Could walk over there easily. Ryuti doesn't have whispers, so not really going to find him. Chooses a sprint over immediately and saves Alt off the hook. Now, there's no heartbeat. I think he was required to try the hill. It's a little bit of a...
The heartbeat's definitely here now.
Oh, yeah. Ryuti definitely up in there. Finds Miss Gummy Bears immediately. Gets a hit and the pallet over at the Jungle Gym. Looks like the survivors are really favoring this area. Trying to juke out the shack. There's only so much you can do there whenever the pallet is gone.
That's pure disrespect, man. He went for the chainsaw and injured survivor.
That is true. Ryuti there choosing to use the chainsaw. His points don't really matter. The killers are not competing. They are a part of the match, but merely the entities play for it. Now, Miss Gummy Bears going down. Team Milk and Taco out of it. Going to have 0 escape points and dead at just around 12 minutes. Now, this is where it gets really hard for the killer. Ryuti going to be searching around, doesn't have any kind of tracking perks to help him find altruistic, but Alt is injured, has no self-care, only a flashlight to his name and no medkit.
He does have Iron Will, so there is some possibility. It looks like he's trying to stay to the grass as much as possible to hide the blood marks. Smart move.
That is
Will it pay
smart.
off? We don't know. He could make it to the next round if the rest of the matches play out similarly, but it's definitely not looking good. There's a chance.
Now, Ryuti searching around doesn't seem to have found the hatch, or at least he's not doing the rank 20 mistake of finding the hatch and sitting by it. And looks like we had Alt find the hatch and escape at just over 13 minutes. A very slow match there.
Gonna be a tough time to beat.